Hello everyone, I am Dr. Eric Morrison. This is 7 Under 3, and I'll be covering trading education using the TC2000 and TradingView platforms. Hello, this is the FOREX Week in Review, and I want to go ahead and start off with the picks. Now, I recently updated my tables, and I had these new size selection criteria for going forward, and I went ahead and tested it out on the Strong's buys and strong sells, but after all of the picks, all of them were profitable on Monday. And so what I went ahead and did was, prior to Powell's pitch, I went ahead and got out of all of the fades prior to his speaking, and it was a good thing that I did. There's a couple of things that you have to think about when you want to exit, and that's not only your targets but also when to go ahead and get out. So there's two places to exit: a target and a win, or where or a win. And you want to make sure that you're looking at both of those when you're planning your exits. Part of the thing is that when we get into trades, we know exactly where to get out or where to take a loss, but we don't necessarily know when to get out or where to get out, right? So take that into consideration when you're planning your fades. So the first pick was British Pound Aussie Dollar, and that was $577. Next one was British Pound Swiss Franc. I had the COT basically telling us that this currency pair was poised for that direction, and that was $299. British Pound Japanese Yen, same thing. Nice setup, overall pretty clean, both at the base and the quote. Nice profit of $471. This is all on one standard lot. So if you want to up the lots based on your risk tolerance, you can do that. Next was British Pound New Zealand Dollar, pretty clean on the cross pair, looking at $769. Then we didn't get to another clean one until US dollar Japanese yen. Now the cross pair didn't look so clean, but the base for the US dollar and the Japanese yen did look very clean. So I went ahead and took this overall short for $447 gain. South African Rand Japanese yen was also not very clean, but Japanese yen quote was, and that was a $26 gain. And that was the overall fades looking with strong selling positioning. Other ones that had weak selling positioning but still looked pretty good as far as the overall comparison. That was Euro Aussie Dollar. That was a gain of $779 on Monday. Euro Canadian, that was a gain of $511. Euro Swiss Franc, that was a gain of $539. Euro Japanese Yen, that was a gain of $685. And Euro New Zealand, that was a gain of $941. Also looked at US dollar Swiss franc, that was a gain of $299. And even some of the mixed look attractive as far as the overall positioning. We saw a very strong Aussie dollar out of the gate as far as the week, and then a weak US dollar. That was up $341. Same with the New Zealand US dollar, that was also very strong to the upside, and that was $404. 2 weeks in the mixed category. CAD looked pretty strong as overall with the commercials, and British Pound looked very weak, so was a good move of $268 to the downside. And US CAD also looked strong on the quote, weak on the base. That was a move of $282. So for the exotics, the overall gain was $26 for the 28 majors and minors. We're looking at $7,618 on one standard lot. A total of 16 fades, and nice overall week prior to Jerome Powell's pitch that sent the currency markets all into volatility. The dollar rebounded, as you can see on the dollar, rebounded significantly on Friday. So for next week, I have the Canadian dollar Swiss franc. We got weak, strong, and weak. Overall clean on the cross pair. Canadian dollar Japanese yen. We got weak, strong, very weak, and nice and clean on the cross pair. Euro US doesn't look too clean on there with the COD index. British Pound Aussie Dollar, we have weak, strong, and weak, pretty clean. British Pound Swiss franc, we got weak, strong, and weak, pretty clean. British Pound Japanese Yen, we got weak, strong, and weak, pretty clean. British Pound New Zealand Dollar, we got weak across the board, even though the cross pair is clean. And US Dollar Japanese yen looks strong, strong, and weak. Not a very good one. Strong longs. Looking at Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar, we got strong, weak, and strong with the delta of 6 here. A little concerning. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, we got strong, weak, very strong on the cross pair. Nice and clean, pretty clean. US dollar, Mexican peso, we got very weak here, and then a little bit of strength. Very weak on the Mexican peso, and then we got a delta stack here concerning, so I'm not going to trade this one. Looking at weak sell positioning, we got weak, strong, then we got a concerning COD index, no trade. Weak, weak across the board for Euro, Canadian dollar, no trade. We got weak, strong, and weak, pretty clean for Euro, Swiss franc. Weak across the board, no trade. Weak, strong, weak, pretty clean. Euro, Japanese yen. Euro, New Zealand, weak across the board, no fade. Weak, conflict, no trade. Weak, strong, weak. I don't like this weakness here within the area. It's pretty much matching New Zealand, so no trade. Weak / strong, US dollar, Swiss franc, no trade. Looking at the mixed, potential trades here. Strong across the board, no trade. Strong across the board, no trade. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, strong across the board, no trade. British pound, Canadian dollar, weak across the board, no trade. New Zealand, Canadian dollar, weak across the board, no trade. New Zealand, US dollar, you got weak here, but kind of strong here, no trade. US, Canadian dollar, we got mixed, even though this is pretty strong, weak. This delta stack, no trade. Conflicting, no trade. Conflicting, no trade. Swiss franc, South African rand, strong across the board, no trade. So that's the Forex week in review. If you're interested in these kind of strategies going forward, or programming in both PineScript or Python, and auto trading, and if you're interested in the commitment of traders over at Crowded Market Report, click on the links below. And remember, ruthless risk management. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you on Sunday. Well, if you like this video, hit the like rumble button below and the subscribe button. And if you want more information, click the course information links below. On the TradingView link and on TC2000, I have an affiliate link. If you open up a TC2000 account, you will receive a $25 discount using that link. Thank you for your time.